So what happened today? I had kind of a brief uncomfortable feeling in an interaction. And it was one of those feelings where your stomach ties in a knot because you're genuinely surprised by someone's reaction or their interpretation of something that happened. So what happens when you feel misunderstood or when you know that you were misunderstood? Sometimes we feel that we do everything right. We do things with the right intentions. Maybe you feel that you use the right energy. You're being transparent. You're being open. You're being authentic. But there's always going to be a time in our lives when someone else is going to misinterpret us, when someone will assume the worst of us or accuse us of something that isn't true in like worst case scenarios. In these cases, what do? First of all, we want to avoid being defensive. And in this process, we want to assume the best of that person, even when they are assuming the worst of us. And what I mean is that we need to remember that each person is perceiving us through their own lens of reality. They are thinking about what they've experienced before, and that's influencing how they interpret us. So the way that we act, the way we dress, the way we sound, it reminds them of other people, of other experiences they've had. And if that reminds them of something negative, then sometimes that wasn't our fault. Maybe it was an unfortunate circumstance. In my case, today in my interaction, what do I wish I would have done differently? I wish I had taken 10 more minutes to let my feelings sink in before I had responded. And I wish I had acknowledged the misinterpretation more. I wish I had just been more outright with that. I'm not unhappy with my response. It was professional, it was appropriate, it was authentic to me. But in retrospect, it could have been better. And sometimes we don't do anything wrong, and maybe it just wasn't the right circumstance or the right time for something to happen. And that's okay. As long as you do your best, that's really all you can do. And we're all doing our best at every given moment, or I hope you're doing your best at every given moment, given what you know and the information you have. If you are certain of yourself and you're certain of your own intentions, you know who you are and what drives you and what you want to get out of life, at the end of the day, that base is one of the strongest things that we could have to remain confident in our communication.